What is up, guys? This is Matt from Matt's California Fireworks, and this is a video I was hoping I wouldn't have to make again, because if you remember last year, I made a video totally trashing on TNT and Phantom's flyers. Now, Phantom is absent from this video because you guys cleaned up your flyer. Good on you. But TNT apparently still does not know how to proofread their freaking flyer and their price list. It's not as bad as last year. I'll give them that. But it's annoying. It's simple stuff. So I got 3 complaint areas, and I'll go through the whole flyer and give you my opinions on some stuff. Anyways, well, we're going to rant about the fact that whoever made this cannot spell. So we're on the assortment pages right now. There's nothing wrong with the flyer of these. I mean, they're all just super duper overpriced. You know the drill. And don't buy any of these. The only thing that's like sort of worth it, I like the new assortment, the Golden Glow. I think it's like $50 overpriced. I mean, American Dream Team, I mean, this is $160, I think was on Beef's live stream earlier, from Costco out of state. So the Dream Team, I think if you took Wizard Alley and Jungle Flower out and you like threw in an opening show, I'd be a bit more inclined to buy it. But anyways, let's move on. This is the new items section. This is just fine. One of the items I'm going to be referring to later is Beatbox, and you will see why. Because that one's actually not that the price is wrong, but you'll see what it is. These are good new items. We went over them in another video. Electro, Tiny Titan are on my list for this year. Really hoping, well, it's not going to happen, but really hoping I can get the American Revolution within this next year or so. These are all good items. Let's move on. Alright. Here's where we got problems. Beatbox. I said I was going to refer to that later. Why does it have a 20% off tag? It's brand new. What? Are you trying to, like, use that as an excuse to hike the price on it next year? Because that would suck. But, like, it's brand new. How could it be discounted when it's brand new? Did you just make too many of this firework and are like, oh, we're selling it at a discount price? No, because it's not discounted. You just throwing that in there to sell them. Next up, Tentacles. $21.99 here. Do you see what I see at the bottom of this list? $21. Okay, it's $1 difference. But this is middle school stuff. Elementary school stuff. I was taught to write first drafts and second drafts of paper in like first or second grade. You write the first one, and then you revise it and make corrections. What this is like? I don't want to say $1 billion because I don't think TNT's a $1 billion company. They're pretty close though. But you guys can't proofread the freaking flyer, dude. I have no choice but to laugh about it. But anyways, here's the next page. This is all the BOGO items. I'm going to have a video about... I'm still chuckling at the fact that they got that wrong again. Like I said, it wasn't as bad as last year where they had crypto at $19.99 and sent a lot of us rolling. But I'm going to have a video further in the week about forced BOGOs, of which TNT is about as big of a culprit at this as you can get. Phantom does it too. However, Phantom actually does tend to not overprice this stuff. These are the finales. No pricing problems here. The discounts, kind of disingenuous in my opinion, because Living the Dream is up $10 from last year and it's marked at 20% off. But I've been told that that's because they were going off of its highest price point, which I think was like $80 or something like that. I can't remember, in which case, yeah, okay, that's about a 20% discount. The Centennial XL was $100 at one point, And so yeah, that's a 50% discount. But I wish they'd do that based off of the prices they had last year. Fan favorites. I guess, unfortunately, I think the only thing that really sells super well for them in here is those fairy wands and ninja sticks. I went to a stand on July 5th last year, and I didn't have a ton of money, so I just bought a few of the things. But the guy was trying to sell me this Laka Laka because he had a bunch of them left. I thought that would be a hot seller, but I guess it isn't. And then these unicorns are kind of junk. So I guess Laka Laka's not flying off of the shelves like they want it to. World Champ, Martian Man. Martian Man, I know the Super Center website got wrong. It typed in a 3 instead of a 4. But I can excuse the Super Center doing that a lot more than I can excuse the freaking multi-million-dollar firework corporation for not proofreading its flyer. Like, Matt, as far as I know, I don't know what Matt at the Super Center. I'm Matt from the Firework channel, and then there's Matt from the Super Center. I don't know, I mean, I've never met the other Matt, but I know he's a cool guy. He probably works when he's not running the Super Center stuff. You know, Super Center, there is probably a non-profit behind it. I don't know. I got to research that, so I'm not going to speak to it. But it's not like they have somebody that's dedicated to marketing over at the Super Center. You know, they just update their website and that's that. TNT, you got a whole group of people you can pay for this. So, this next one, you got the barrel, which is junk. The Dino 6-pack, I do not know why this is still on the shelf. Genuinely, I think TNT'd probably be better off throwing these into the dumpster because I can't think of any. It's another item that I went to the stand on July 5th and they had a bunch of these left over. And the dude was like, "You want one of those?" And I was like, no. even though the price he was offering them to me was like half off. I was like, no. Because they're literally sparklers and eggs. I'm laughing up a storm. Crypto is about the only thing that's super, super recommend on this. I like Lava Panther too, but a bit overpriced. So, what I gotta ask. This is the whole price list. I'm just going to throw it up here. Zoom in, pause it, look at what you want. Feel free to ask in the description if you got a question about something. But the one item that had the price typo, I can't tell you. Just bring an extra dollar to the stand. So, what we learned today: proofread your flyers, and you won't have me making fun of them on YouTube. This is the second year in a row that I've grilled TNT for not proofreading their freaking flyer. It's so funny to me. It's funny, but it's also like sad. Look, TNT, I'm gonna cut you a deal right now. Go into the comments if you're watching this. Shoot me an email address or something. I'll get back to you. I don't know when, but I'll get back to you sometime before next 4th. And then I will proofread your flyer and make sure this doesn't happen. Because it's not as bad as last year. But last year I had I mentioned that one of them was over $10 off. And I mean, that's going to have stand owners losing money because people are going to beg for the smaller price one. But anyways, leave me your email address. I'll get back to you. And if you pay me, I'm not going to ask for much. If you give me just like a box of Poppets or something like that, maybe I'll ask for just like a killer bee. I'm not gonna break your bank, TNT, and I'll save you this embarrassment and go over your flyer for you. And you can just fire whoever is proofreading this, and I'll proofread it for you for less than the price of what you're paying the Chinese workers to make fireworks every hour. They make like $5 a day over there or something like that. Anyways, just give me a killer bee. I know it only costs you like 10 cents to make, so in actuality you're only paying me like 10 cents to do this. But give me a killer bee and I'll proofread your flyer for you and save the embarrassment. Or you could just have Phantom. I mean, Phantom fix their flyer. I had a bunch of. Phantom hasn't screwed up their prices, but they did have this weird thing last year where we couldn't figure out which items were BOGO or not. But TNT, that's just that's kind of embarrassing. But like I said, I'll save you the embarrassment for just like it probably cost you like 5 cents to make that killer bee. Anyways, that's all. I'm out of here. Good night. Good night, good morning, good evening, afternoon, wherever you are. I'm out. See you in the next one.